Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey from a small Austrian village to a global icon exemplifies this quote. He believes that true strength isn't about effortless victories, but about enduring and overcoming challenges. For Arnold, struggles, like his grueling bodybuilding training, language barriers when he moved to America, or skepticism about his acting career, were the forge where his resilience was shaped. In bodybuilding, he didn't just lift weights, he pushed past physical and mental exhaustion, seeing each failure as a step toward growth. This mindset carried into his Hollywood career, where flops like Hercules in New York didn't deter him. They taught him persistence. Their opportunities to build grit. Arnold's life shows that strength is a muscle. It grows through resistance. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. This quote reflects Arnold's unwavering belief in the power of visualization, a cornerstone of his success. As a young bodybuilder, he didn't just train his body, he imagined himself as Mr. Olympia long before he won the title. He'd picture every muscle fiber growing, every pose perfected. This mental rehearsal wasn't wishful thinking, it was a blueprint. In his acting career, when others mocked his accent and physique, he envisioned himself as a leading man, not a sideshow. That conviction propelled him to the Terminator. Scientifically, this aligns with how athletes use visualization to enhance performance. Arnold was ahead of his time. The worst thing I can be is the same as everybody else. I hate that. Arnold's disdain for conformity drove him to stand out in every field he entered. Growing up in post-war Austria, he saw a world of limited ambition. Farmers, laborers, predictable lives. He rejected that script. In bodybuilding, he didn't just want to compete. He redefined the sport with his charisma and unprecedented size. In Hollywood, he wasn't content being another action star. He became a cultural phenomenon. Even as California's governor, he broke the mold of a typical politician with his outsider perspective. This quote is about rejecting mediocrity and embracing uniqueness, even when it's uncomfortable. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Arnold's no-nonsense work ethic shines in this quote. He didn't stumble into success, he clawed his way up. As a teenager, he trained for hours daily, even sneaking into a locked gym on weekends. When he arrived in America with little money and poor English, he didn't wait for handouts. He hustled, laying bricks, selling gym equipment, studying acting. This hands-on approach defined him. In bodybuilding, he didn't coast on talent. He outworked everyone. In films, he didn't just memorize lines. He learned the business, negotiating deals like a pro. As governor, he rolled up his sleeves to tackle California's budget mess. For me, life is continuously being hungry. The meaning of life is not simply to exist, to survive, but to move ahead, to go up, to achieve, to conquer. This quote encapsulates Arnold's relentless drive. He never settled for enough. Winning Mr. Universe at 20 didn't satisfy him. He aimed for Mr. Olympia. Conquering bodybuilding wasn't the end. He hungered for Hollywood. Blockbusters didn't quench him. He ran for governor. This hunger isn't about greed, it's about purpose. For Arnold, stagnation is death. Life is motion. Growing up in a modest home with no plumbing, he craved more, not just materially, but in legacy. He saw each goal as a mountain to summit, not a finish line. If you don't find the time, if you don't do the work, you don't get the results. Arnold's success wasn't luck, it was discipline. This quote cuts through excuses. As a bodybuilder, he trained 5 to 6 hours daily, even when tired or broke. In acting, he took speech lessons to soften his accent, grinding through rejection. As governor, he studied policy late into the night. He knew results don't come from talent alone, they demand time and sweat. In pumping iron, he outworked rivals by treating every rep like a job. In Hollywood, he didn't wait for roles, he built his brand. Arnold's point is brutal but fair. Time isn't found, it's made. Prioritize, sacrifice, execute. Viewers can apply this anywhere: fitness, career, relationships. No shortcuts, no whining, just work. His life is a testament. Results mirror effort. It's a simple equation, but Arnold lived it louder than most. The resistance that you fight physically in the gym and the resistance that you fight in life can only build a strong character. Arnold sees struggle as a sculptor. In the gym, every weight he lifted, hundreds of pounds, rep after rep, built his physique and his willpower. He'd push past burning muscles, teaching himself discipline. In life, he faced bigger weights: poverty in Austria, mockery in America, political scandals. Each resistance shaped him. In bodybuilding, he turned doubters into fans. In Hollywood, he turned flops into blockbusters. As governor, he turned criticism into reforms. This quote ties physical and mental fortitude. Lifting iron forged his soul. It's relatable. We all face resistance, deadlines, rejection, fear. Arnold says, fight it. It's your chisel. Maybe you've battled doubt making this video. Share that. His character, confident, relentless, emerged from those battles. The lesson? Don't dodge hardship, lean into it. It's not just about biceps or fame, it's about who you become. Arnold's a walking monument to this. Resistance didn't break him, it built him. Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. Arnold's quip here is classic, dry humor with a deeper truth. By the time he said this, he'd gone from a broke immigrant to a multimillionaire through bodybuilding, films, and real estate. Yet, he's saying happiness isn't a bank balance. Early on, he found joy in the process, lifting weights, landing roles, not just the paycheck. When he had $48 million, he was already a star. The extra $2 million didn't change his core. This reflects his Austrian roots. Simple pleasures like his mom's cooking mattered more than flash. It's a lesson. Chasing money alone leaves you empty. Maybe you felt this. More subscribers don't always mean more joy. Arnold's happiness came from goals crushed, not cash stacked. I knew I was a winner back in the late 60s. I knew I was destined for great things. Arnold's self-belief was unshakable. In the late 60s, he was a young Austrian bodybuilder, far from fame, yet he felt destined. This wasn't arrogance, it was clarity. He won Mr. Universe at 20, then set his sights on Olympia domination, Hollywood and beyond. That vision fueled his every move. He'd train with a winner's swagger, talk with conviction, even when his English faltered. In pumping iron, you see it. Competitors crumbled under his confidence. Maybe you felt destined for something big. Arnold's certainty wasn't blind. It was built on work and faith. He knew because he prepared. His destiny unfolded because he acted like it was already his. From a nobody in Thal, Austria to a global name, that's the power of believing you're a winner before the world agrees. I'll be back. This iconic Terminator line is more than a catchphrase. It's Arnold's life. He said it as the T-800, promising return, and he's lived it. After bodybuilding, he came back as an actor. After acting peaks, he returned as governor. Post-politics, he's back in films and fitness advocacy. It's resilience incarnate. In 1984, director James Cameron gave him the line. Arnold made it legend with his delivery. For your video, use that clip, his steely gaze, robotic tone, then show his real-life comebacks, Terminator Genesis at 68, or his post-heart surgery workouts. It's not just stubbornness, it's adaptability. Life knocked him down, scandals, flops, health scares, but he always returned, reinvented. Arnold's promise isn't empty, it's a vow to persist. From a cyborg to a statesman, he embodies it. I'll be back to your dreams, then make it happen. Arnold did, again and again.